G'day guys, what is going on? It is Treason here, and today I'm showing you my 2017 PC setup. So starting with the most interesting core thing that everyone cares about, my computer. This is the Fractal Design Define R5 case. On the inside I have the Gigabyte GA-Z170 D3H. Not the HD3, the D3H. There's two versions, no idea what the difference is, don't care. Powering the main system is an EVGA 650W Supernova. If you need a power supply, spend the extra money, get a good quality power supply, get a fully modular 80 plus gold, you will thank yourself in the future. The main graphics horsepower, the graphics card is a Gigabyte G1 Gaming 1070, running, ironically enough, stock speeds. I haven't overclocked it. I haven't had a need to overclock it. Storage wise, I have a 250 gig M.2 SSD, two 250 gig 2.5 inch SSDs, and two 2 terabyte storage. One I use for storage, one I just literally use as backup if I need to. The main CPU processing is the Intel Core i7-6700K, the Skylake, not the Kaby Lake, and that is actually overclocked. It's overclocked to 4.5. Sorry, yeah, 4.5 base clock. It boosts up to 4.6, so not too bad. The RAM is 16 gigs of 2400 DDR4 Vengeance from Corsair. All of the fans in this case is the Corsair fans. So I'll take the side panel off. Yes, I still have a DVD drive. I'm old school. So the two intake fans, I'm just going to turn that off. Nope, that actually helped out. Let's turn it to white. Yes, I know it's blue, but it's meant to be white. Anyway, so these two main fans here, these are the ML120s, both intake. They are the magnetic levitation fans. There's no traditional bearing, so they make no noise when they're actually spinning. But you'll see here, all of my fans are set to be off. The only fans that are spinning are the two on the actual cooler and the one in the power supply that you can't turn off. So, thanks EVGA. But this case, with the side panel on, is absolutely quiet. It is so hard to hear this thing when it's actually running. And to give you guys an example, I'll stop the bobblehead dolls up here. So that is some sort of a noise clip of just the two ML120s with blue LEDs on the top, which are on the H100i CPU cooler. It's only one cooler. I would have gone with the H110i, but there's no point spending the extra money for a larger cooler that has the same cooling potential, because all-in-one coolers will only do as efficient cooling as the ambient room temperature. I do have a fan down here and a fan up there. Those two fans are the stock fans that came with the cooler. Alrighty, so on to the actual seating area. I do have a office works desk. This is literally just a 1.8 meter desk, oak wood with posted legs. I've got the much needed chai tea from T2. If you want tea, if you like tea, you really need to get one of these. It literally just strains tea directly into your cup. So my slave monitor, I'm going to call it, is a crappy Dell monitor. It's just a 4x3. The only reason why I use it is to monitor the streams that I do. Shameless self-plug, Treason Game streams. Jump over to twitch.tv and follow me there and catch my next live stream, which I don't know if it's going to be, but it'll probably either be tonight or tomorrow night. Not sure yet. The main panel and the one that I use every day is the Asus PB287Q. This is a native 4K panel at 60 frames per second, and as you can see, there's no flicker. This one here is a flicker-free panel, so it doesn't have that flashing, pulsating when you actually film the panel itself. And I play all my games in 4K, medium to high settings depending on what game it is, and I get 60 frames per second easily. I'm actually quite impressed with the 1070 and how it goes with 4K. So my peripherals, I have the Corsair extended mouse mat. I believe it's the MMO 400 or whatever it is. The mouse is the Logitech G502 with all the weights in it. The 502. It's a very comfortable mouse, easy to move. I use the Razer bungee. The only reason why I use that is because I went to EB Games and spent $40 on a mouse bungee and got Wildlands for free. Saved myself $60. So, boom! Headset is the Audio Technica ATH-M 40Xs. Fantastic headset. I mean, if you've got a dedicated microphone like I do, and you only need a pair of headphones that doesn't have the mic boom in it, get the Audio Technicas. They're amazing. I absolutely swear by them now. Best purchase I've done in a long time. Alrighty, so the main focus point of this area is the keyboard. This is actually a new keyboard. I used to use the SteelSeries Apex. It's a large, gigantic keyboard with a bunch of macros, like macro buttons, but with the size that I've got, like, this is 1.8 meters. That's all I've got to play with. I decided to get a new keyboard. This one is the Corsair K70 Rapid Fire MX Browns. The brown switches are exactly the same as the red switches in terms of how loud they are. It just requires less pressure to actually press a keystroke, so that's the only difference between brown and red. So it's an awesome keyboard. I've got it on the rain effect at the moment, but I switch that if I'm gaming. If I'm just watching YouTube, which is what I was doing here at the moment, I switch it to the rain effect just because it looks cool. So the microphone is ghetto jerry-rigged onto a mic stand shock mount that came from eBay. I actually ordered the wrong one. I've got a cable tied back here so it angles the microphone perfectly, but this is the Blue Snowball. It's actually a pretty good, it's a fairly decent microphone. A lot of people knock it, but the quality that comes out of it with a tiny amount of editing, got cat hair right there on the tape, with the tiny amount of editing in Audacity, you can get this sounding like a Blue Yeti, or even, dare I say, something like a Rode microphone, if you've got the right bass voice and you got the know-how. So that's just cable tied to a literally a $4 mic boom from eBay. It just clamps to the desk, goes down, and sits there. So this is where I usually got it, hovering just above the arrow keys here. It's the perfect distance away from my mouth that if I'm having a drink or I'm eating a snack, it doesn't get picked up. The settings I have this on, if you do have one, I have it on setting 2. I have my desktop properties set to 90, and I boosted the levels in Audacity a little bit, but it's more than enough for what I need it for. So you would have noticed, I'm sure, my cooling. This is just a fan, again jerry-rigged. It's a fan literally cable tied to a curtain rod, because this was a closet at one stage. As you can see, there's still storage up here. Got my Dremel, but I've literally just cable tied a fan above my monitor, and it provides perfect cooling all year round here in Australia because it's very hot. And that's about a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, rate it accordingly, and while you're here, make sure to subscribe.